Today we will discuss the unit, that is the unit number 4, that is the big data analytics. Under this, the syllabus topic we covered, that is the data analytics life cycle, data cleaning, data transformations, comparing the reportings and analysis, type of analysis, analytical approaches, data analytics using the R is nothing but the R programmings. We already covered these things in our practicals. Exploring the basic features of R programming, exploring the R GUI, that is a graphical user interface, regarding the data set, manipulating and processing data in R, functions and packages that are available in R, and performing the graphical analysis in R, integrations are with Hadoop and Hive. So what is the big data analytics and why it is important? First things, we will cover these things, we discuss these things, what is the analytics process and why it is the importance. So big data analytics is the often complex process of examining the large and varied data set or big data to uncover the information such as hidden patterns, unknown correlations, market trends, customers performance that can help the organization make informed the business decisions. On a broad scale, data analytics technology and techniques provide means to analyze the data sets and draw the conclusions about them, which helps to organizations make informed business decisions. Business intelligence queries answer the basic questions about the business options and performance. So this is the definitions. In short, big data analytics is a process of transferring the huge unstructured raw data received from the various sources to a data product which is useful for the organizations. Now in the previous 3 units we have seen that the big data where this big data is found, or we collect this big data from the internet, from the banking sectors, from the satellites or real-time operations. Huge data we will found from these sources, and that data is present in a raw data, and that raw data must have a lot of information, and that particular information is useful for the business sector. So process should be done on that particular data, and that is nothing but your data analytics process, and through this we get the important information that is required for the business or any organizations. Okay, so why it is the importance of the big data analytics is that it generate the new revenues opportunities. Because of this data we get a lot of informations, like one example that from the different types of the website, like your Amazon. Through this Amazon we get the data. People purchase lot of online shopping, do the online shopping, so through this we get the data of particular customers, the area of customers, what they want to purchase. So this is these are the some parameters, and through these parameters new revenue opportunities have generated. More effective marketing, this is the marketing, this is the one of the methods to sell our product according to the requirements of the people. Then better customer services, improve the operational efficiency and comparative advantages over the rival. Okay, so lot of advantages are there. We have mentioned here few advantages or importance of big data analytics. Now we will first discuss what are the data analytics life cycle. Data analytics life cycle is nothing but the flow. Through this flow we will receive the required data from the raw data, or structured data from the unstructured data. So this is the data analytics life cycle. This data life cycle is nothing but the stages. 9 stages are there. Through these stages your raw data or the unstructured data will flow, and we will get the final output or the fine data that is required for the business for or multiple organizations. Okay, so these are the different stages are present under this data analytics life cycle. Big data analytics is the different forms from the traditional data analytics because of volume, velocity, and variety of characteristics of the data being processed, because big data having the different characteristics. Few characteristics are volume, velocity, and variety. So that's why it is different from the traditional data set. To find out the clear requirements for the analysis of the big data, a systematic approach is required to arrange the activities and tasks concerned and acquire the process analyzing and reprocessing the data, and this is nothing but your flow, and this is nothing but your analytical life cycle. So first stage of this life cycle is the business case evaluations. So what the activity is done under this under this phase, that is needs to be shared with a distinct business case that represent a clear understanding of justifications, motivations, and the goals of carrying out this analysis. This phase required because business cases should be created, calculated, and approved before going directly to analyze the task. Means some basic requirements should be put under this phase, and then it will be sent for the approved before going directly to the analysis task. Okay, in and evaluations of business case facilities decisions making to recognize the business resources that will need to be utilized and business challenges to which the analysis will undertakes. The business case evaluations, we need to check that problems that we are going to address is really a big problems or not. In this can be the justified if the problem is concerns with one or more characteristics of big data. The output this phase is the determinations of basic budget necessary to carry out the analysis project. Any requisite purchase such as tools like any tools, hardwares, or training must be understood in advance so that the predictable investments can be evaluated again the expected benefits of achieving the goals. Okay, so basic parameters, basic requirements is put under this phase, and that is your first stage one. And in next one is the data identifications. The data identifications phase is used for identifying the data set necessary. That is, this one is the data identification stage. Stage 2, data identifications, identifying the data set necessary for analysis, reprojects and their sources. Identifying a broad variety of data sources may be raised the probability of finding the unknown patterns and associations. Like consider for examples where you do not know what exactly you requires. At that time, providing the insight will be beneficial to recognize the several type of related data sources. Okay, so according to the span and nature of business problems, the required data sets and their resources may be the internal or it may be the external. It is depends. Suppose it is the internal, then a list of existing data sets with the internal sources which consist of data marts, operational systems, what are the different operational systems are compiled and can be compared with the definite dataset specifications. And suppose it is the external, then a list of probable third party and providers like the data marts and freely accessible datasets are compiled. So after this your data will be transferred into the stage number 3, that is the data acquisitions and filtering. Data acquisitions and filtering stage is responsible for collecting the data from all the data sources that were identified during the data identification stages. Okay, so acquire the data is used to automate filtering for eliminations of corrupt data or data does not have any values to the analysis object. There are the various types of data sources available, and according to the data source types, data may be comes from a group of files such as data acquired from third party data provider or maybe data API integration such as the Twitter. Okay, so in this data acquisitions filterings, we are separated the data that we are actually interested in. The rest of the data we will skip. In the most of the cases where we are dealing with external understanding data, some or most of the data may be unrelated or it can be eliminated as a part of the filtering process. So both are the